Superman came out this weekend and has seen quite a bit of praise, including myself. I liked the movie, I enjoyed the movie, and it seems like DC higher-ups have also enjoyed the performance of Superman and how it's doing in the box office. It was refreshing to see an actual good take on Superman, him just being a good person, trying everything in his power to be a good person, and it shows his flaws too, that because of how optimistic he looks on things, that he fails because of his optimism. I enjoy Guy Gardner. Hog Girl, I wish you had more scenes. You don't really see her. You don't really know what her deal is. And then you have Mr. Terrific, who I think sold the show. He was great. I loved his performance, the character. Lois was pretty good. The whole Daily Planet staff I thought was pretty good in their performances. And Lex I thought was a pretty compelling villain. It shows how smart he is, how intelligent he is, yet how flawed he is, how his ego gets in the way. And I think he even mentions it, how his ego drives him. And ultimately, that's why he loses, and that's just very in character for Lex, and it was nice seeing that on screen. And I know there's still a group of people out there that are like, I'm never gonna watch this movie sucks, it has no Zack Snyder involvement, there's no Henry Cavill. And as much as I enjoyed those movies for what they were and how much I enjoyed Henry Cavill as Superman, it's just time we have to let that go. I mean, it's like 10 years at this point. Man of Steel came out 12 years ago. We just gotta let it go at this point. We gotta move on to new things and can hope that the things in the DCU turn out better than they did in the DCEU, and that there's more of a creative direction and there's more control on the side of the directors. Although Patty Jenkins has showed us that that's not always a good thing, and sometimes studio involvement is there for the better. I'm of course referring to Wonder Woman 1984, one of, if not the best superhero movie of all time. But with Superman's performance this weekend being pretty solid, the reviews being pretty solid, and the higher-ups being happy about it, I'm looking forward to the DCU, and I think there's a lot of potential here. And Warner Brothers finally seems confident in IP again after so many failures from the DCEU, or I should say the 2020s DC movies so far. As much as I like DC characters, and I think they're really solid characters on their own, I think they have their own audiences, I still think Batman's going to have to come into the DCU sooner rather than later, like within the next 3 years, if they want this universe to have any staying power. And no, I'm not talking about Matt Reeves, I'm talking about their own version of Batman. There has to be some kind of version of Batman just running around, otherwise people are going to lose interest, and that's just how it is, unfortunately. Unlike Marvel, where you don't need Spider-Man in every movie, although he is equivalent to Batman in the sense that the universe gets a lot more recognition with him. I really hope this is DC's time to shine, has their huge team-up movie in a few years, and eventually their own Infinity War Endgame with a bunch of DC characters. I mean, imagine Zatanna, Cyborg, you have the Teen Titans, you have the Avengers, you have... Not the Avengers, sorry, the Justice League, the Young Justice League, the Justice Society. I mean, the characters are there, the stories are there, it's really just about execution, and I think Gunn is the guy to do it, especially with how well he's handled the Guardian. I think one of the DCEU's biggest problems was it jumped to a huge story too fast. You need to start your skills small and then gradually build up. Even though, it's kind of ironic me saying that, considering that Superman, a little spoiler alert, had a world-ending threat at the end of it, so... There's that, but I mean the scale of the character, Darkseid is some huge character. He should have been saved way down the road. I mean, I guess he kind of was. He was kind of teased at, but still, it felt too early to introduce him, especially when we were really only introduced to Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman at that point, with Cyborg and Flash being introduced in the Justice League movie, which I don't think should have been the case. Anyways, I'm excited for the DCU. It seems Warner Brothers is excited for the DCU. Seems a lot of people are. I can't wait to see what they come up with. Hopefully their Batman's good. If their Batman sucks, that's going to be an issue, but I feel like they'll be fine on that part. Gunn seems passionate. He seems like he knows what he's doing. Not that Snyder didn't seem passionate, but it's time we move on to new things. We have no choice but to move on. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Did you like Superman? Did you enjoy Superman? Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.